Earth Walker.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you believe it?
I believe a lot of
It's
things.
4 years now that the Ukraine war and Russia has been happening. 4 years.
It doesn't feel like 4 years. It doesn't
4 years.
It doesn't feel like 4 years.
I thought this war was supposed to be over in 2 weeks. What's going on?
What is going on?
Listen, this is the bad part though, Earth Walker. They said that 2 million people has died combined on both sides. And I know you're going to have a lot to say about this, Earth Walker, because we actually spoke about this a little bit before I pressed record. So let's switch the screen and have a quick listen to hear what they've got to say on CBN News.
Let's hear them out.
Welcome back to Christian World News. This month marks 4 years since Russia invaded Ukraine. The casualty count is staggering, with nearly 2 million soldiers on both sides killed, wounded, or missing. Russia's military suffering the worst, with 1.2 million casualties, including...
That's the thing. I will quickly say this. I know we just started. I'll quickly say this.
Yes.
The news always have their agenda and their sides in these things. One thing I've noticed is all the anti-Russia like news and stuff going on. Like they always made it sound like whenever Russia did something to Ukraine, only 3 people died and 7 people injured. And then whenever Ukraine does something with the help of USA or whatever, 50,000 Russians dead in one move. It's like, I don't believe these numbers. No, I don't believe these numbers at all. Can people just tell the truth and give us the facts of what is going on? And that's what I'm saying. So now they're saying, it's 2 million combined and stuff like that. I mean, how do we even know these numbers are still 100% correct? We don't know. We don't know. So but I know it's higher than what they were saying before.
They're always contradicting each other.
They got something.
You don't know what to believe now.
That's the thing. Let's go.
325,000 killed. Ukrainian forces are about 600,000 casualties, with as many as 140,000 deaths. Casualties among Ukraine's civilians increased by 27% last year as Russia continues to attack non-military targets.
And people just have to remember, and Ukraine is getting help as well.
Yes.
Imagine how much, I've said it before, if they didn't have backing from USA, UK, and like other places giving them stuff, they'd have been done a long time ago.
It would have been over.
Long time ago. Like 1v1, Ukraine and Russia, it's one-sided. So this is with the help, and there's still a lot of bodies dying. None of this is good.
Could you imagine that? What is it about? Why do so much people have to die? And no one cares. No one really cares
anymore.
They'll just say the number, 2 million people is just another day.
It's just another day.
Taken about 1.5% of Ukrainian territory. The Trump administration is facilitating talks between the two sides in Geneva, Switzerland, but 3 rounds of meetings have produced little results. Sergei Rakuba is president of Mission Eurasia, a Ukrainian-based ministry, and has been actively involved in the ongoing conflict since 2022. Sergei, as the war approaches its 4th year, tell us, how has daily life in Ukraine changed?
George, it's so good to be with you on the show, and it's hard to believe it's been 4 years since that terrible war started, since first bomb started falling on capital of Ukraine and all the major cities of that beautiful country. So this 4 years, it was so exhausting. It was so tiring for people. There are lots of fear, there are lots of uncertainty, but Ukrainian people continue to be so resilient, and they're weary, they are tired, they're exhausted. But what I hear from people, in their day-to-day interactions, they want to stand to the end to defend their freedom, their sovereignty, and their existence. And this is what's happening.
That's it right there.
Yes.
When I talk about how both sides do not want to back down.
Pride.
Because Russia, they're thinking about the Soviet Union days where their territory was way bigger.
Yes.
So Ukraine was originally part of it and all this kind of stuff. And now they just have Russia, which is still massive. Russia's still huge. So they've come so far in this war, took in small parts of territory. They're saying, oh no, we're not going to just pull back and give it all back. We've lost ammunition, money, lives and stuff to get this far. We're not going to leave with nothing. And Ukraine is saying, no, this all belongs to us. We're not going to have a deal where they keep this land that they stolen. It's ours. So one side is saying, it's all ours and we've spent too much on this. We can't leave for free. The other side is saying, this belongs to us. We're not giving them anything because anything less looks like we surrender. We're a punk.
Yes.
So
yes.
Both of these, they're not backing down. So
no one's backing down.
That's why it's lasting 4 years. And plus, Russia, because they want the land,
yes,
they're not using nukes.
No.
If you nuke,
yes,
it's uninhabited for a period of time and stuff like that. So
I believe they would have used it.
They would have used
but
it.
They want the land. Yeah.
If it's a simple just wipe out an enemy, that's one thing. But they also want the land. So
yes,
that's what the reason why it's been so long. And then they got talks and negotiations that neither side really wants.
Yes. It's just, I mean, there was a time when Donald Trump came and he said, "Come on, you come over here, and I'm going to speak to this man, and we're going to finish this war within a week." That was 4 years ago.
Yeah, and Zelensky first was
They're
like,
still
no.
fighting.
Zelensky was like, no, I don't want this and doing this. And then it's like, and then Putin's like, see, I can't work with him.
That's
and then
right.
he got kicked out from the room.
Right.
And then,
so you remember?
I remember. And then it's like, that was another attempt. Zelensky
Yes.
like changed his tone a bit, but then now
Yes.
Putin's like using that as a reason to be like, no, he offended me. I don't want to
Yes.
talk.
Yes.
And Trump's like, no, you have to talk. And Zelensky's like, I want to talk. But like, no, you shut up. You ruined it. No, you did this. And it's just like,
I ain't lying, bro. They sound like two old grannies.
they're complainers, bro. They're in high school again, secondary school.
Crazy. And these are the people that's leading the countries.
For real.
Let's press on Earthwalker
For
because
real.
we'll continue talking for about another hour.
In Ukraine. In 4 years, lots of resources been spent. There are less humanitarian aid available for Ukrainian people today. I'm talking about the global networks. But Ukrainian
whittled
people,
down.
Yes.
families, they continue to stand. Even the bombs continue falling on their quarters, on their towns and villages. Ukrainian families, they continue praying, they continue standing, they continue, their sons and their brothers, their fathers continue defending their nation. And in this
He's a patriot.
fourth dark anniversary, they see that people of Ukraine, what they turn to God. And this year, the National Day of Prayer, approved by the President of Ukraine,
Wonderful.
Vladimir Zelensky, which is going to be led by the Ukrainian church, will be calling again nation to prayer, nation to stand for their existence, for their freedom. And this is what's happening today.
That's one of the reasons why I've said this before in my podcast
Yes.
episode. I really do not like Zelensky at all, because when you look at the history of Ukraine, they've got quite a deep Christian history. They've got one of, if not maybe the longest built big church around or something like that.
I didn't know that.
But then when they were I think and there was papers and news about this, so you can look it up for yourself, right?
Right.
Zelensky ordered the storming of multiple churches and arresting multiple Ukrainian priests because they were they said that they had a neutral stance as well. Because
Is this during the war or was it before the war?
it was near the start. It's because
Okay.
you know how they're like, oh no, killing is not right. We don't want killing. We want everyone to get along. So it's kind of like they weren't pro. Let's go Ukraine.
And he didn't like it.
No, he didn't like it. It was there. They had boots, soldiers inside churches. Priests even got arrested and stuff.
Wow.
And so when I hear him talking about prayer and the church of Ukraine, that's all true because again, Christianity, the history in Ukraine goes deep, and there's lots of Christians there praying people.
Yes.
But that's why I didn't like Zelensky, because he literally went after some churches.
Yes.
And it's so during the war, you want to shut down some of these priests. So you touch Christians, I just don't like you. It's as simple as that. It's just as simple as that.
Yes. And now he's trying to encourage it, right? Because he's knowing that this is the only way that they're gonna get any results.
And he's desperate.
In
terms of longevity battle, you're not beating Russia.
Yeah. Oh no way. Not as long as Putin is in charge, you're not gonna win. I think Putin is quite happy longing it out. He's very comfortable.
Especially since it's not his life on the line.
Exactly.
It's not him on the front line.
And it's so funny, because back in the days, about 300 or 400 years ago, who would be at front? the king.
Yes!
The king would be up front with his sword and say, charge!
And I respected that.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. Putin in his $billion mansion right now on the hills of Russia, playing with his VR headset, playing video games, bro. Sipping whiskey.
And not just him, all leaders.
Yeah.
All leaders
Yeah.
are the same. They
Yeah.
would never go and fight on the front line.
No.
So big up King Henry and all those the round heads of the Norwegian. Big them up, man. These long time kings and queens. Even the queens would fight as well.
With a bow and arrow on a chariot.
We better carry on. We better carry on.
Years since the war started in Ukraine.
You talked a little bit about the spirit of resilience, and the reality, Sergei, is that the Ukrainian Protestant evangelical community has played a monumental role in that resilience. Talk about this real quickly and how the church is doing 4 years on.
After the persecution.
4 years on, George Church is doing absolutely amazing, carrying its spiritual leadership responsibility in the nation. Church, and it was approved by the entire nation, is doing absolutely amazing work, kind of putting bandages on emotional, spiritual wounds of the nation, helping families, helping, communities. And it's all in its spiritual sense. Church became a real beacon of hope, leading the nation in a spiritual way, helping to convey the message of hope in Jesus, but also in the humanitarian force. I can see the thousands and thousands, tens of thousands volunteers who are on behalf of national church communities, Christian entities in Ukraine, continue fighting on the front line of that humanitarian war, helping those who...
I want to say this quickly as well. This is what I'm saying. Like, even when disasters and bad things are happening, God can still turn and use these things for the kingdom and for His good. Because you know how when life is comfortable, life is good. Some people tend to forget God. They don't pray much. They only pray in the morning, and that's it. But when disasters and bad things are happening, even in your life, it doesn't have to be a war. That's when people all of a sudden remember prayer meetings. People start to read the Bible and talk to God more. During this whole Ukraine war situation thing, as you can see, I bet you the amount of church activity, of people engaging with the church, volunteering stuff has gone up, because they are in a desperate situation. They could die tomorrow, and more of them are like Jesus focused now. So I feel like even as bad as it is, I feel like one of the good that's also like come out of it, as you can see right here as he's talking about, it sounds like they've done a real push, Christian focused push that's going on, and I just hope they keep this momentum going even after these things are passed.
And if you look into history, most the time when the church grows is in the time of pressure, you know what I mean, or depression or wars. That's when the church starts to grow and people start to realize that, you know what, all I can do now is turn to God. So maybe that's maybe that's something good that would come out of this war, if anything good can come out of war. Let's continue watching.
Are in need. As men are fighting for their nation and with the weapons in their hands on the front line, those who cannot serve, they are on the second line. They are helping. They're supporting their soldiers. They're supporting the army. But also every other man, as I know in Ukrainian church, who is capable, they want to be chaplains, supporting hurting communities, soldiers, families, orphans, widows, and you can name it. So the church is doing absolutely amazing work. They are tired.
That's good news.
They are running out of resources. They still need a lot of help from the global community, and this is what is the biggest need today. Less resources becomes available, and we understand there are many wars are fought in this world, but Ukraine, when continues fighting for its freedom, for its existence, for its sovereignty, they need help more today than ever before.
Amen to that. That was a good word from that gentleman.
That was good news.
Yes. Earth Walker, what you got to say? We've watched the video, and any last thoughts?
it's just always a good thing,
Yes.
as I say, when the brethren dwell together. It's nice to see them in church. We saw keyboard dude.
Yeah.
He was looking at them keys. He making sure he hitting the right one in the middle of service because they would know if he messed up. But it's not joking. No, but it's just again, when people do face hardships and stuff, they cling more to God. It's like, oh, some people finally remember God and stuff like that. So this is good. This helps bring people together. And I bet you for all this sharing food, spreading it out, handing out, I bet you there's been just a ton of love.
Yes.
And it felt like a big community. I bet people knew each other's names for real.
Oh, most probably.
I bet you there was like high fives and hugs going around.
Yeah, definitely.
That stuff, especially when everybody knows they're in that's been a serious situation, that does bring people together, man.
Yes.
Again, it helps push us forward and expanding the kingdom of God. So that's good. And you know, Zelensky, you better learn from this.
You better learn from this.
Don't you touch the church again.
Yes.
I ain't playing with you, you bum. Don't you touch these Christians again, bro. They're
You
keeping y'all alive. The churches have been here before you were born.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yes. And you know, you're right what you said about you got that off your chest. You're right what you say, you know, it's about unity. And don't forget what's his name? Oh my days. One of those I actually spoke about it the other day. Not Malcolm X. What's the other one? Martin Luther King. He said that we either can stand together in unity or fall together as fools. And it seems like they're standing together in unity in the church in Ukraine, and that's why they've been effective. And I'm telling you, you've got some wars that's been fought right now, you know, for years and years and years. And if you ask the people what they're fighting for, they'll tell you that they don't know. They'll tell you that they don't know. And this is where it seems like this war is going to. Within 10 years, you'll have a new generation of people coming through. And when you ask them what they're fighting for, they'll tell you that they just don't know. I believe that at least 90% on each side just wish that this war would end.
Oh, yeah.
They just wish that the war would end. Their uncles, their aunties, their families are dying, and they don't even know what they're dying for. So come on, Mr. Putin, come on, I can't even pronounce his name. Zelensky, sort this out quick, right? You know what I mean? It's never too late. We need to end this war, come to a solution, and live. The people want to live. Any last words, Earthwalker?
Just everyone, remember to pray.
Come on.
When you see this stuff, you know what to pray for. Put that in your prayer book, diary, whatever it is. You can't say you don't know what to pray about.
Yes. And you can even put some prayers in the comment section. Come on. We've got to start to make comments and put prayers in the comment section. You know, it helps. It helps. Prayer changes things.
They do.
You know what I mean?
So
let's continue to pray for the Russians and the
Ukrainians
for this war to stop. So if you've got anything to say about what we've talked about today, you know what to do. Get into that comment section and, you know, make a comment. We don't know who it will encourage. So God bless you all. Thank you for watching, and we know you're watching, and continue to watch, but continue also to share, because sharing is caring.